안녕하세요. Ruthaneo, Pangawayo. Welcome back to our channel. So, the answer to last week's riddle was Joshua. So, if you guessed Joshua, you were correct. Good job. So, we're going to move into the riddle for this week, which is without a bridle or a saddle, across a thing I see a straddle. And those I ride by help of me, though almost blind, are made to see. What am I? So link your answers down below and we'll answer it in the next video. So the topic of the lesson is idle threats. The 12 tribes of Israel were divided, the tribes of Judah and Benjamin composing the lower or southern kingdom of Judah, under the rulership of
Rehoboam,
while the 10 northern tribes formed and maintained a separate government known as the Kingdom of Israel, with Jeroboam as their ruler. Thus was fulfilled the prediction of the prophet concerning the rending of the kingdom. The cause was from the Lord, and that's found in Prophets and Kings, page 91. But as time passed, the king put his trust in the power of position and in the stronghold he had fortified. Little by little he gave way to inherited weakness until he threw his influence wholly on the side of idolatry. And that's also found in Prophets and Kings on page 93. The key text says, after Rehoboam's position as king was established and he had become strong, he and all Israel with him abandoned the law of the Lord. And that's found in 2 Chronicles 12 verse 1. And that's the New International Version. So I'm just going to give like a brief summary of the lesson. The chapter describes how after King Solomon's death, the undivided kingdom of Israel broke up into the northern kingdom of Israel, ruled by Jeroboam, and the southern kingdom of Judah, ruled by Rehoboam. I'm guessing they're twins. When the people complained about the heavy responsibilities his father Solomon had placed on them, Rehoboam proceeded to Shechem to be anointed king. However, he disregarded the elders' advice to rule with compassion and instead chose to follow the opinion of his peers, imposing harsher penalties. This choice sparked the northern tribes' uprising, which Jeroboam headed. After fleeing to Egypt under Solomon's rule, Jeroboam came back to spearhead the uprising against Rehoboam. Building an army was Rehoboam's attempt to put an end to the uprising, but the prophet Shemaiah, please let me know if I pronounce that right, Shemaiah intervened and told him that fighting his fellow Israelites was not in line with God's purpose. After all, the fight was avoided because Rehoboam followed the prophet's advice. The monarchy was still split, nevertheless, with Jeroboam leading the northern tribes and Rehoboam ruling over Judah and Benjamin. Nevertheless, with Jeroboam leading the northern tribes and Rehoboam ruling over Judah and Benjamin. I'm sorry, guys. Rehoboam's rule was characterized by ongoing idolatry and disobedience to God. Despite his determination, which ultimately led to his destruction. The verse highlights his lack of seeking the Lord. And just know that's bad. You must always try to seek the Lord's approval, suggesting that his lack of devotion to the spiritual life contributed to the downfall of his kingdom. Questions time. So, number 1, who was Rehoboam's father? Rehoboam's father was King Solomon, son of David. Number 2, I hope you are listening to the lesson so that you can answer along with me. Why did Jeroboam return from Egypt? I don't remember if it was covered in the summary I gave, but I hope you read the lesson and you're able to answer no. So Jeroboam returned from Egypt upon hearing that Rehoboam was made king of Shechem. Number 3, what did the people ask Rehoboam to do? The people asked Rehoboam to lighten the heavy burdens that his father Solomon had imposed on them. Number 4, what was Rehoboam's response to the people's request? The people asked Rehoboam to lighten... wrong thing. Rehoboam responded harshly, rejecting the advice of the elders and choosing to increase the people's burden. And number 5 and last, what was the outcome of Rehoboam's attempt to wage war against Jeroboam? Rehoboam was instructed by the prophet Shemaiah, let me know if I said that right, not to fight against his fellow Israelites. So he and his army returned home, avoiding war. Reading the lesson all the time. We want to make it, more interactive and all of that. We want to do songs. We want to just, the Q&A. We want to make our channel the place that you want to be. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope, as I said earlier, that you learned something. We will answer the riddle in this video in the next one. And good night and stay safe.